So we are live again, and Jemana, good to know that you're in. Yes, you've all joined. Good to know that you're waiting there patiently for Sheen. So I hope that I'm just guiding Sheen in as to how to come onto Instagram. So hopefully she will make it. So she is here. Hi, Jemana. She is here. So Aisha, Mustaq, brilliant stuff. So good to know. Yep, she's in. So Sheen Das is my guest tonight on the purple sofa, and this is Annie D welcoming you all to this conversation tonight. So let's see. So lots of people have come on, and I have to say they are so vested in you, right? All of your fans, that they have met me and they talked to me before you even came on, by the way. So I wanted to ask you, are they attached to you, or are they attached to your character?
I guess they're more attached to the character, and of course there are few who are attached to me as well, as in Sheen Das as well, is how they are there on Instagram. They follow and then they see what's going on in my life. Yeah. I think that's more personal than just the character. So yeah.
But does it make it difficult then to do other roles apart from, say, if they're so, into one role at the time, does it make it difficult to move on to do another role?
Sometimes some characters, they sometimes they become so famous that people recognize you and they call you by that name. It becomes hard to break it. But it's okay. It has its own beauty. You never know. There will be a project maybe someday which will break that, and some people start calling me by a different name.
Yeah. I mean, did you sign up to this? Did you know this was going to happen when you came into media? Did you realize the intensity of the fandom?
No, not at all. I didn't know I was going to receive so much love and so much appreciation. I think I'm very grateful for that, Annie.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't aware.
No, brilliant. Well,
I'll be receiving so much.
But listen, your performance started in school, didn't it, when you were young? Because I heard that you played Indira Gandhi at school. Was this your first performance officially?
Yes.
But anyway, listen. So what was it in you that they chose you to do Indira Gandhi? Were you always this feisty woman, this feisty character?
I was in second grade back then when I did that, the Indira Gandhi character, and had to host the flag 15th August. Plus, I had to host the flag and all. And I had one cut, that haircut, what Indira Gandhi had. Very short. I had that. And my mom had painted white color on my hair. Yes, white streak.
Oh my God.
So that was
So this is where it all started. Well, we need to see you again in that kind of a role, because you need to stand up for women empowerment. That's what you need to do. You could inspire. Now you're in this position. But do you think that women can have it all? Do you think women are capable of having a career and a family?
Everything.
Oh, right. Okay.
Everything. Women can do more than what men can.
Oh.
And women can do more than what men can. And that's, the universe knows it in every aspect. And women today have proved it. So,
Absolutely.
So there's no saying, just do it.
Now, I mean, you also took responsibility later. Now, Pia Alvela, that's where you were supposed to be responsible for Naren, weren't you? The famous Akshay. Everyone.
Yes.
So look, if anyone can do it, right? So you could in Pia Alvela. Yeah. You were supposed to.
Yeah, she was a very strong woman.
Yeah.
And she used to support her family. She'd taken that responsibility. Keep the family united and keep everybody straight so that nobody's doing wrong things or wrongdoings.
Right. So she's a good role model.
Check.
No, you've been really lucky. You've actually had lead roles. You've actually had good-looking lead roles, haven't you? I mean, you've had like the opposition. All your guys have been very attractive. You're very lucky. Now, have you ever had a role where you've said no because, you know what, I don't think that guy is good looking enough? Have you ever thought that कि नहीं इसके साथ नहीं काम करना है, good looking नहीं है?
Never, never. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, because it's about being an actor, and if you're a model, or if someone is looking for a very good face for the modeling purpose or something, it's a different thing. But here we are into acting, and it's all about portraying what your character is. So looks actually don't matter.
Yeah, no, brilliant stuff. Now look, everyone's gone on. The articles have gone on about your chemistry with Akshay. Now, I have to ask you, look, let me tell you, right? I've got a list here of people, only very few, a handful, a lot more I haven't mentioned today. Now, Angelina, Chandrika, Divya, Navita, Lilac Balloons, they've all sent messages and a lot more, right? This is just handpicked, okay? Now, how does it feel like? I mean, your life is under a microscope, okay? Now, they have this obsession with you and Akshay. Now, I have to read you their questions because they really did ask me to. Now, first of all, I hope you don't mind. They all want to know about your real relationship with Akshay. So you have to tell us. Tell them actually.
Well, he's a good co-actor. He's a good friend. And there's nothing more than that. People have seen us as a couple in PR Vela, and they really like the chemistry, and that's how they in real life also. That's very common that the audience, they like the couple so much that they wish these people were together. But that's not the case, Anika.
Oh no. Right, so what happens? Okay, so now, because you're a good friend, now you have to tell them, you've got to spill the beans. Does Akshay then have a girlfriend? This is what they've asked me. This is not... So he doesn't have a girlfriend?
No, he's not dating anybody. I would have known. He would have definitely told me if he was dating.
Okay, so all those fans who wanted to know, he's young, free and single. So you're good to go. So you've just made some people very happy. That's all I know. Very happy, Sheen. Now, also there was a question. Now, if you were looking for a life partner, this is what they've asked actually. What traits of Akshay would you want in your life partner? This is a question from a fan.
Only one.
Go on, tell us.
Discipline, I think.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, we have different personalities, different things from life. Just discipline would be one thing that I would like to have in my partner, which Akshay has.
Yeah, but also good looks also, it's an advantage.
He's very good looking.
But you can understand though their obsession, because I think at some point you've got to really get into your role. So some people obviously are thinking you have to almost convince yourself that you like him because you're playing this role where you love him or you fancy him. So, I mean, does that make it hard then to go on to another role where you then have to get out of that relationship almost and become emotionally intimate or in love with somebody else for another part? Does that make it hard then to go from one to the other? How easy is it?
Yes, it is. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. For the moment, you have to feel that way. Otherwise, I won't be able to do it. As in, if for a little time they showed that I was mentally not stable in the show, so I had to feel that way. Then only my performance could come out.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that I won't be able to come out of it. But when I pack up, I'm a sane person. Yeah. But while I was doing my show, I was supposed to act like a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So it has to be in your head. It cannot be like, oh, I'm in love with every guy I'm having romantic scenes with.
Yeah. No, but I've seen some of the clips. Actually, it's not that romantic. You've got about 100 people surrounding you. So it's not as romantic, is it? That like they show with the music and the scenes with 100 people watching you. But I have to say, you're not the only...
It's unreal.
But I have to say, your Dadi Amma
there's something like that happening.
Was so cute. The concept of being so close to grandparents was just a lovely idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So somebody wants to join in, do they?
Yeah.
So so how did you inspire yourself to get to act for Dadi Amma? How did you inspire yourself for the role?
It was a very cute project. Rajshri had called and they come up with great, that's a production house, a well-known production house. So they had called me and they asked if I wanted to do this. And there was no reason I would say no. It was such a beautiful show. And it was about grandparents. We hardly talk about grandparents, especially in daily soaps and all. And, it was about a middle-class girl, middle-class sisters.
Yeah.
Who were very ambitious, but at the same time, they had a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
So, deciding whether you will be responsible for your grandparents because they didn't have parents.
Yeah.
Or follow your dreams, what you want to be.
Yeah.
You want to travel around or you want to... So, yeah, that was what the show was about.
So, but you have a
no.
family. But you have, I heard, I'm not sure if it's true, but your inspiration was actually your family, was it not? Your own grandparents.
Of course. Yeah.
So how lovely is that? But then the pandemic brought it to an end, didn't it? That was such a shame.
Yeah.
Right. So, it's such a, it's you know what? I have to say though, then you have then come together with Akshay again. Now in, I think your current one, the current series that you're shooting right now, what you're on set for, is it India Wali Maa? Is that what we're doing right now?
Yes, it's called India Wali
And
Maa.
of course, Akshay again. Now, who is responsible for getting, is it your audience and your fans getting you and Akshay together again? Is that the are they responsible?
Really? I don't know. they wished it so much that this happened because it's unlikely to repeat the couples in daily soaps, and it did happen. So
no, do you remember that series called Bay Intaha with Harshad Arora and Pritika Rao? I feel that kind of pairing is just happening again. So I feel it. It's in my bones. But listen, what is behind the name India Wali Maa? Was it supposed to be London Wali Maa?
Yeah. See, mothers, when the children are young, then all the mothers are the same. They're caring. They want to take the responsibility of the kids. But what's special about India Wali Maa is that she will feel responsible for her child till the end. You know, she won't leave even after the kids grow up. Still, she'll feel responsible for them. Yeah. So that's different about India Wali Maa. How this person, Rohan, which Akshay is playing, is into a lot of debt. He has taken a lot of loan and all of that. How his mother is going to help him out to come out of it.
Well, so do you think there is a difference, though, between Indian mothers and European mothers? Do you think there is a big difference then, do you think?
I think, of course, there is, because the concept of living together, even after you grow up, you have your own job, your family, you stay with your parents, and, you have dinner with your parents. You don't have to take appointments to go out for dinner.
This is true. Oh, by the way, I've got a question from a fan. They want to know what your parents thought of you playing that role in India Wali Maa. Your name is Chinu in there? So what did they think? They want to know how your parents reacted towards your role in this current series.
They are very happy. They are very happy. My mother connects to this show so much. I think every Indian mother will. Yeah. And mom and dad are really happy, and I really love to see the smile on their face when they see me on screen. Yeah. So that's the biggest pleasure.
Oh, look. But are you supposed to be a goodie or a baddie in this one? Because you've always been a goodie so far.
I'm not a goodie or a baddie. I'm just a person with flaws. I can be good with good people. I can be bad with bad. That's how people are in real life.
So this is it.
Nobody.
So we're going to. We've got a real person then coming out in this series. You see.
Yes.
Now this has happened right after the pandemic. Now the pandemic, we've all been inside for quite a few months. Now, are you the same person going back into the industry that the same as the person that left it 5 months ago?
No, I've become even more grateful, Annie. After the pandemic, I've realized how important it is to work, how important everything is, like going out, working. I've stopped cribbing about anything that is happening at the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of change that has happened.
Yeah.
I'm more thankful to God now for whatever He's given.
Right. So how has the industry is the industry the same? You know that the industry has had a lot of. I mean, it's had a lot of flack. You know, social media,
Yes.
everything. Is it the same place as it was before, though?
Working conditions are you talking about?
No, generally the atmosphere, that as well. Obviously, things have changed because I've talked to certain actors and they've said there are a lot of issues, obviously, a lot of controls and regulations that you need to obviously keep with. And storylines have changed, just like in your current series. I mean, a lot of it was supposed to be set in London, right? But it didn't happen. Right. So
because of the pandemic.
So this is
there are
it.
few changes.
But in terms of the atmosphere, is that different? Because of everything that's been going on?
It is different. Yes, the crew, it was supposed to be 200 people. Now they've reduced it to 50 to 60 people at the set. And then there's social distancing that's happening. Everybody has to wear masks, the crew.
Yeah.
It is mandatory for everybody to wear the mask. There's sanitizers everywhere. And whenever you're checking in the set, they check your temperature, they'll check your heart rate. A lot of things that are there. And then these makeup people in the morning get to wear the entire PP kit. Now it has become a little easy, but the cases are rising.
Okay.
But easy.
But I have to ask you this really obvious question. How do you get close to your husband? How do you get close if it's the pandemic? How does it work with actors? What are they doing that's different? How are you managing it? Sorry?
There are things like there are things that you have to maintain some distance, but which is not so much possible. And the actors cannot wear masks while they're shooting, so that is there.
Yeah.
But we just.
All right. What I'm going to do is, because obviously I don't want you stressed, so I'm going to cut it short here, which is a bit of a shame because Sheena would have been lovely to chat longer. But thank you so much for coming on. And
thank you for calling.
No, absolute pleasure. And well, if anybody missed this or they want to see whatever there is of it, they can come onto my IGTV or come on, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. So you'll see Sheen there. Well, Sheen, I will love you and leave you. And I hope good luck. Good luck.
Thank you so much. I'm looking around if I'll just see.
Right. So
I don't think.
All right. You can even give us a bit of a glimpse of your set if you like for your fans.
Yes. So, Suchita ma'am, she's the India Wali ma'am. Shubhanshi, my younger sister Minamma.
Lovely.
Akshay.
Can
you see Akshay?
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Absolutely fine. Your fans are going to love this, by the way.
Lucky.
Hey. Thank you for joining in. Do join me on Friday, because I do have an extra show, somebody special. So make sure you tune in then.